I am Tina Savori, and this is Jen Fry, and we are the co-chairs of tonight's event. Thank you for being here with us this evening and for helping to make this a special and memorable event. Thank you. For many of you, we know that this is your first time attending Founders Day, so we hope that you enjoy the event. It is usually a night full of surprises, laughter, and maybe even a few tears. So please enjoy as we celebrate those that put the we in Westlake. We would like to start by formally welcoming and acknowledging our Mayor of Westlake, Ohio, Dennis M. Clough. We appreciate you joining us and saying a few words to kick off this exciting evening.
All right. I didn't know I was supposed to kick it off, but I don't mind. First of all, I'd like to congratulate each and every one of you for being part of the best PTA in Ohio. Okay? Somehow I've been associated with the PTA in Westlake for over 41 years. And I was just thinking at my table, how many years did I have either a son, a daughter, or a grandchild in the Westlake schools? 39 separate years. So, and I was, how many of you said this is the first time you've been here? Okay, well, there's enough first-timers. Believe it or not, my first experience with the PTA was when I was a school board member. I was a school board member before I was mayor of the city of Westlake. So I got to know the importance of PTA for the schools. Not only do you have fundraising, you also provide support for the teachers and the administration, and you perform various task forces. So I want to thank you for doing that. It's one of the reasons why we have such a great PTA here in the city of Westlake. So you should all be congratulated. Let's give you all yourself a round of applause. And it is great that you have this Founders Day dinner. Believe it or not, this is one of the first in about the last 7 years that I didn't have to run off to a council meeting. But you picked a different day, so it works out. But I'm glad to be here. But more than anything else, I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you for helping to make the schools stronger. As you know, we have a great partnership between the city and the schools, and it helps to make our community a very desirable community to live in. And you're all part of that. And it's great when you have people that volunteer their time to give back to the schools, the community. And I can say I'm pretty blessed in the city of Westlake to represent a city that has so many people that volunteer and get involved in making our community better and making your schools better. So congratulations, thank you very much, and especially to all the award winners tonight. Thanks for the opportunity to be here. Okay. All right, come on.
Wow, thank you so much, Mayor Clough. We do need some more songs for when you do come up here and talk in the future. So we'll make sure that we have your office pick out something perfect for you. So thank you again. Right now, we'd like to recognize our Founders Day Committee and the building principals as well as the unit presidents. So The group is made up of at least one representative from each of our 6 PTA units, including our 4 schools, the Early Childhood PTA and the Westlake Council of PTAs. This dedicated team coordinated the nominating and voting process for each unit's award, and this evening they are assisting with our ceremony. So, as each of the unit's representatives are introduced, please stand and remain standing to be recognized. Please hold your applause until the end. And honestly, most of our helpers are already out and about, but I'm pretty sure you'll recognize their names. So we'll still give them a round of applause at the end. So here we go. Westlake Council of PTAs, Tina Savori and Jen Fry, and President Lola Wenham. I see we follow directions very well since I said hold your applause till the end. Thank you very much. I think the teachers in here are cringing a little bit. All right, so then Early Childhood PTA, Jessica Parker, Chloe Heder, and President Claudia Dillinger. Westlake Elementary School PTA, Katie Kruger, President Lauren Larkin, Principals Greg Plantner, Jim Sanfilippo, Kim Tucker, and Paula Shaw. Dover Intermediate School, Diane Metzger, President Samantha Harriger, Principals Nicholas Miller, and Assistant Principal Damian Headings. Lee Burnison Middle School PTA, Jessica Kim, in our family room tonight, President Katie Tomich, Principal DJ Shaw, and Assistant Principal Kevin Berry. Westlake High School PTSA, Mary Macias, President, she's also in the family room, President Susan Hunter, Principal Rob Woods, and Assistant Principals Brittany Metzka and Corey Rojic. So without all of your help, we could not successfully pull off an event like this. It's hard to get all these moving pieces in place, and some of these winners are a lot harder to catch than others. So, now it's on to Tina.
Now, we would like to recognize our past award recipients who are here with us tonight. If you have won the Ohio PTA Achievement Award, please stand. There are so many of you in attendance this evening, and we are honored that you continue to show your support for this event. Thank you so much. Finally, we would ask any recipient of the Helping Hands and T and PTA Awards, also known as Outstanding District Educator Award. If you have won that in the past, please stand to be recognized. Thank you for all of your hard work. Thank you so much. Thank you. Before we move on to our awards presentation, we have opening remarks from Lola Wenham, the president of Westlake Council of PTAs. Later, we will hear from Dr. Scott Goggin, our superintendent of Westlake City Schools, and Brad Lamb, member of the Westlake Board of Education. And now, the mic goes to you, Lola. I do just want to make a remark. If you looked at your program, unfortunately, Bride Rose Sweeney was supposed to be here with us this evening, and she did get delayed due to travel plans, but she sends her well wishes and congratulations, so thank you.
Good evening. The Westlake Council of Parent-Teacher Associations was founded in Westlake in May 1962. Is the volunteer umbrella organization supporting the 5 PTA units within our school district. As an affiliate of the National PTA, the oldest and largest association devoted to children advocacy in America, the Westlake Council of PTAs is a powerful voice and reliable resource for families in our community, as well as a strong advocate for the education and well-being of every child in our district. Each year, parents, grandparents, teachers, staff, community partners unite to enhance education, health, safety, and social connections for our students. This past year, all our volunteers contributed over 9,400 service hours to our community. Through fundraising, we provided $21,000 in scholarships to our graduating seniors, over $12,000 in grants to support critical curriculum initiatives through our teachers and staff. Additionally, we invested over $72,000 in programs like STEM Fest, wellness fairs, literacy initiatives, art shows, Veterans Day events, family fun nights, and more, serving our mission to make every Westlake child's potential a reality. Tonight, we honor those volunteers who have gone above and beyond in service to the PTA's mission. We will present these 3 awards. The Ohio PTA Achievement Award, recognizing outstanding service to children and youth within each of our 6 units. A donation will be made in their honor to the Ohio PTA Memorial Scholarship Funds. The Helping Hands Award, a district-wide award for a PTA member demonstrating exceptional involvement, positive impact, and dedication to the PTA's goal. The recipient will receive a plaque, and their nomination will advance to the district level. The TNPTA Award, recognizing a certified educator and a PTA member who has significantly contributed to children's education and well-being. The recipient will receive a plaque, and their nomination will advance to the district level. Thank you to all of our past Founders Day recipients, and congratulations to tonight honorees. We appreciate your dedication and commitment to serving our students, staff, and our families.
Thank you, Lola. Everyone buckle up for a stream of fun presentations. We will start this evening with the Westlake Early Childhood PTA. They gave me a walkie-talkie. The presenters for the Ohio PTA Achievement Award for Westlake Early Childhood PTA are Kelly Thomas, Erica Shields, and Meredith Mulford. Okay.
Thanks, Tina. Oh, I'm going to apologize in advance. Everybody knows early childhood can't get up here and not cry, so bear with us. How can I help has been this woman's mantra since she started with the early childhood PTA in the fall of 2018. Since that time, she has held multiple roles across the board, including treasurer, secretary, VP of Children's Services, field trips coordinator, and has graciously agreed to be our president next year. While these were her official titles, she readily adapted to provide assistance whenever it was needed. She leads with her heart. Whenever one of us has to turn and ask for help, she's there with an outstretched hand, asking what we need. When Allison Mears says she's willing to help, she genuinely means it. It doesn't matter the load she's already under, she makes the space. Last year, while my family was experiencing an unthinkable heartbreak, Allison stepped up and assisted me with my treasurer duties when I was not in a space to be able to take on extra responsibilities. Allison, I'll forever be grateful to you for your support and understanding during the hardest time in my life. While you were also navigating life with yet another newborn. But that's just who you are. You are genuine, you're a wonderful mother and friend, and you're an invaluable member of Early Childhood PTA.
To echo Erica, Allison is unfailingly dependable. Anyone who knows me or does not know me, now you know, I am in nursing school and it's a journey. When I was drowning in the trenches of nursing school my first semester, my sitter didn't show up on the day of my final. If you know nursing school, you don't show up, you do not pass. So I had about 10 minutes to scramble and find childcare, and within about 7 minutes, I had my rambunctious toddler in a car seat dropped off to Allison Mears' house, where she cared for not only her children, her 4 children with one on the way, and got them all dressed and ready for breakfast, but also handled and fed and cared for my toddler amongst all of them. So, in the midst of all of this, we hand her from Westlake Early Childhood PTA this, fix this, and she does with grace and without any wavering. She does this all while she raises her 4 beautiful daughters, 1-year-old son, and adventures in the family camper with her husband of 12 years, Ben. Allison is a beloved wife, mother, sister, friend, and advocate. She is kind and supportive. She's honest and fair. She is always ensuring that all decisions are within the group in mind. Allison is vital to the success of Westlake Early Childhood PTA and keeps the organization welcoming to all families and children. She has worked tirelessly not just in her own roles, but also behind the scenes, ensuring that our group continues to run smoothly and effortlessly so that it'll continue to provide a safe haven for the children and families of Westlake for future generations. We love you. We're very grateful for you. You are mom goals. Woohoo! You're doing great!
Hi, I'm Allison Mears. Just want to quickly say thank you to, this one? Oh, this one, okay, sorry. Just want to quickly say thank you to the Westlake Early Childhood PTA. I really appreciate this nomination and this award. I've made so many friendships and networks and relationships and bonds through this organization, and it's really made my life wonderful, and I'm just so very thankful. So have a good night, everyone. Thanks.
So thank you so much to Kelly, Erica, and Meredith, and congratulations, Allison. That was some amazing set of stories that were definitely told about you and very deserving of that award. So now we will celebrate the winners for Westlake Elementary School. The presenters for the first Ohio PTA Achievement Award for Westlake Elementary PTA are Diane Metzger, Sarah Hughes, Elise Moore, and Katie Kruger.
Hey everybody. West PP. Can you guys hear me?
Should I use this one? All right. So, West PTA is so proud to honor our first Ohio PTA Achievement Award recipient for her many years of service. I am so pleased to announce that Reagan DeLuca has won this award. I don't know if the shoe costume is the Reagan, please stay seated while we say a whole lot of nice things about you. Reagan's been an active member of our Westlake PTA since the olden days, the days of home elementary schools. She joined Dover Elementary School PTA when her older daughter started kindergarten, and since then she spent countless hours working to make our schools better for our students. Reagan has served as a headroom parent, acting as a liaison between PTA, classroom teachers, and the families in her children's classes. According to the many nominations she received for this award, she's planned some really fun classroom parties. Reagan served 2 terms on the exec board of West PTA. As the membership VP, she worked continuously to improve our membership numbers. She set goals, and she put in the hours to meet new people and encourage them to sign up. When she wasn't able to be there for herself, she coordinated volunteers to help. She brought a high level of organization and thoughtfulness to the role. I think we may still be using the laminated signs with the QR codes she created. Reagan's volunteer work and her commitment have helped make West PTA a strong organization, and we're so grateful for her.
After Reagan rotated off the WES PTA exec board, she moved onto a new position that required just as much thought and organization, but also costumes and dancing and hosting lunchtime assemblies. When I was serving as the president of West PTA, and I first started talking about moving away from using the company Boosterathon in 2022 to run our own fundraiser, most people thought I was crazy. We were paying enormous amounts of money to a company to host the fundraiser for us. At the last hosted event, Reagan and I had a quick moment where we kind of looked at each other and wondered, could PTA really do this alone? When I later voiced this to the membership at large, suggesting it for real, Reagan may have questioned my sanity, but she supported me without any reservations. She went on to co-lead the committee for 2 years, and this fall she will plan and host her final PTA fun run at West. As I mentioned, a few years ago, West PTA was partnering with a company to host our fun run. We were paying anywhere from 40 to 50% of our funds raised by the West families to a for-profit event company. Today, after only online credit card fees are removed, we keep 95% of the funds raised here in Westlake to benefit our elementary students and families. During her time as the membership VP at West, Reagan was known for setting inspiring goals for membership. She wasn't afraid to push herself and all of us to encourage fellow West parents to join the PTA. That same determination and lofty goals proved successful as a co-leader of the Fun Run Committee. Over the last 2 years, Fun Run has raised over $99,000 for West PTA programs and activities. Reagan alone brought in over $1,500 in cash sponsorships. Reagan, along with her co-chairs, created an event that can live on at West for years, successfully earning all the fundraising dollars to support our PTA.
As Reagan's Fun Run co-chair for the last 2 years, I have seen firsthand how much work this woman puts into everything she does. She has consistently demonstrated leadership in ways both big and small, coming up with ideas, embracing feedback, encouraging others to step up, organizing meetings, and solving problems. Reagan is the kind of teammate I would want on any project. She has big ideas, but she's also the first one to volunteer to do the legwork. She would send us texts like, "I'm off work today, what can I be doing?" She's always thinking about ways to make a project more thoughtful or more fun or more efficient. When we would be at the school, she'd ask teachers and staff, "How can the Fun Run Committee make this easier on you?" Reagan has built partnerships within the community to try to make our fun run as Westlake as possible. Thanks to Reagan's outreach, UH St. John Medical Center staffs our first aid station with the registered nurses all day long. Reagan also coordinates with Westlake Demon Athletics, specifically Mr. Ronaldo and Mr. Woods, who generously let us use the football helmet and the new inflatable arch, so all the kids in kindergarten through 4th grade have a chance to run through a Westlake inflatable as their class is introduced. They've also worked together to allow some of our high school athletes and our Demon mascot to cheer on runners at the event. We received some thank you notes from students and classes, and I can tell you that the older kids cheering and high fives were some of the best parts of the whole fun run for these kids. There is so many wonderful things about living in Westlake, and it's been beautiful to see so many of them in the fun run. The enthusiasm of our younger kids, the kindness of our older kids, the incredible generosity of our families, the support of our administrators and teachers, and the collaboration within our community. And Reagan has been at the center of it, making it all happen.
As Reagan's other Fun Run co-chair, I can honestly say it would not have been as successful without Reagan's never-ending effort. When we were all worried that the event would fall short of its very ambitious goals, Reagan bought the first shoe costumes and started wearing them around the school to get the students, the staff, and the community pumped up and excited about Fun Run. It was a light bulb moment. Running and tennis shoes. They just go hand in hand. So let's all go in and be shoes. We all were deers in headlights, but we knew Reagan was on it. Perhaps you have seen some of our videos on the West PTA YouTube page. If you haven't watched, please do yourself a solid, go home and watch a few of these videos. The West students got to see several of these Fun Run videos during school hours, and it was the highlight of some of their days. The star of these videos was always Reagan and her absolutely amazing dance moves while wearing a shoe costume, cheering very loudly with a bullhorn, and running, sometimes even sprinting, and my very personal favorite, riding on a scooter. If you didn't see these videos, perhaps you saw us in front of the school when you dropped off your kid at West in the morning. We all know you saw us. It's okay, you can wave and say hi next year, okay? During the morning drop-offs, Reagan was always the first to ask, do you think the kids will want me to be a shoe today or the unicorn? Sometimes when Reagan was not a shoe, she would wear her friend's inflatable unicorn costume. Our preschool classes and small group special education classes have dance parties the day before the fun run. And Reagan the unicorn danced and pranced through every single one of them. She got the kids so excited. Young students would see her coming dressed as a shoe, a unicorn, or even as just herself. And these students would give her the biggest smile. They all knew that she was there to support them and their school. In addition to her PTA work, Reagan is a loving mom to her daughters. She spends her free time coaching their softball and basketball teams and serving on the Westlake Girls Softball Association board. When Reagan sees an opportunity to make an activity better for her kids, she doesn't hesitate. And then she volunteers to make activities better for all the kids here in Westlake. She is one of the first people to step up and offer to put in the work. Reagan DeLuca is a shining example of a parent, community member, and PTA volunteer. For all of these reasons and more, we are very proud to present her with this Ohio PTA Achievement Award.
So I was planning to wear the unicorn tonight because I was told that Sarah was getting this award. So I almost wore it, but thank you so much. I truly have the best team behind me with everything I do. I cannot do the fun run without my co-chairs and all the parents and the families. I'm very thankful. I think we have a very generous community who wants to do better for our kids, and so thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you.
Okay, now for the second Ohio PTA Achievement Award for Westlake Elementary are Erica Shields, Claudia Dillinger, and Tina Savori.
Thank you. The woman we are about to recognize is warm, welcoming, wickedly funny, effervescent, endearing, and elegant, just to name a few ways she puts the we in Westlake. This year's additional West Ohio Achievement Award winner is not just an incredibly involved member of the PTA, but she volunteers with soccer and basketball for her children and the children in our community. She also works tirelessly in her advocacy efforts with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, coordinating blood drives and raising money for the Society's annual Light the Night event. She embodies what it means to be an active member of the community, an active parent, and an active member of the Westlake PTA. On a personal note, this amazing woman has become a dear friend this school year. I am honored to be up here to recognize her. Thank you for all you do to champion your friends and family in this community.
Hello. There's nothing this woman cannot do. She works very hard to have the many groups she is part of collaborate and work together towards one goal. Her creativity and dedication to make things happen is unprecedented. She doesn't take no for an answer and finds a way to get things done. No costume she won't wear, no hat she won't put on, no title that is beneath her. She is a hard-working team player, and I am proud to call her one of my best friends.
Lauren Larkin stepped up as Westlake Elementary School's PTA president this year. She heard the call to help and jumped at the opportunity. The best way to say it is there isn't anything Lauren won't do if she knows it's going to benefit our kids. Lauren knows how wonderful our community is, and with so much passion recognizes together that we can make it even better for our children. Lauren, you have such a kind heart. Thank you for all you do on a daily basis. We're grateful to have you.
Nailed it. Thank you, everybody. If I would have known this time last year when Tina suggested that I be the West president after not holding a role, that it would have brought me this much joy and fulfillment and so many wonderful people into my life, I would have jumped at the opportunity instead of tiptoed. Thank you guys all. I love being part of this group, and every single one of you is so important to our community, so thank you.
Oh, wow, those presentations were pretty amazing, and thank you to both of the crews who did those. A lot of thought was put into the costumes and everything like that, so it's always fun to see that celebrating our winners. So congratulations again to Reagan and Lauren. And then now, Dr. Scott Goggin, our superintendent of Westlake City Schools, will say a few words. Thank you.
So glad I didn't get a walk-up song. First of all, I would like to start my comments this evening with a thank you. Thank you to Tina and Jen and their committee, or anyone else who's made this possible to have this evening. I'd also like to congratulate the people in the room who've been recognized in the past for this award, as well as those who will be honored shortly. So as I usually prepare for comments for an event, I'll stand at my whiteboard, and you guys know the old Hilliard Elementary School, and those of you who went to Hilliard. So I'd stand there at my whiteboard, and I'd reflect on past experiences that I would have at that event. Here are the thoughts that arose. First, gratitude towards our PTA, our staff, and the relationships that have been established. I think about the relationships within our families. Numerous parents, even some tonight, have mentioned how they joined PTA to help the schools, but developed lifelong friendships along the way. I think about the relationships between our families and our staff. We get to hear how our staff members have impacted the children of the parents in this room. We'll hear tonight how our staff and other recipients are truly humbled for being recognized for something they love to do. You see, tonight is a true celebration. We celebrate the great things that our families and staff do for the schools. We celebrate the people in this room who have pulled together and volunteered endless hours for one purpose, our students. Tonight's the combination of celebrating accomplishments while recognizing those who helped make it happen. I'll share one more thing tonight that I've not shared at a Founders Day before. It's this. My favorite part of these nights is actually the deception. Not because that doesn't come from like a mischievous place. Here's why I love it. Each person who will be recognized tonight does not know they're going to be honored. They're actually here because they believe someone else who they are likely sitting next to is deserving of this honor. That humility and care for others is why I enjoy the deception involved in tonight. And I do like to see people surprised, or those scare pranks on Instagram, those reels I can go through for hours. So I kind of like that too, so maybe there is some mischievous thoughts there. So once again, congratulations to all of those who will be honored tonight. For the rest of you, sit back, relax, enjoy, and have some fun. Thank you.
Tonight, 10 years ago in early childhood PTA. We were young moms navigating the chaos of preschoolers and toddlers, sleep deprivation, and the quest for adult connection. We were simply trying to survive. Now we've watched our children grow, traded diaper bags and potty training for the trials and tribulations of driver's license and the road to college, navigated life's unexpected turns. She's a woman of incredible strength and depth. She's the kind of friend who stands by you through thick and thin, the one you'd want in your corner for any challenge. Even that one-time axe throwing competition, where she rightfully earned the title of axe champion. But beyond the strength, there's a thoughtful, intelligent soul, or former librarian who knows the power of diverse stories and the importance of connection. Meeting her all those years ago was one of my greatest gifts. We've shared so many milestones, so many laughs, and so many moments of support. I'm grateful for her friendship, the memories, and for the incredible person she is. Tonight we celebrate her and the impact she has had on all of us, especially her dedication she gives to all of our children, like she would give as if they were her own. We would like to share with you tonight what her nominators had to say.
So these people were way more eloquent than I think I was, but so this is their words. She is an intelligent, thoughtful human who isn't afraid to raise her hand to get things done for our kids. She gives so much of her time, smarts, and talent to all of our PTAs, especially at the council level, to ensure our kids are supported and have what they need. This year alone, she took on 2 council positions, as well as the responsibilities of book fair for DIS PTA. And she has a history of being involved and making an impact with the PTA for our students. She has sure-handedly served as council secretary and has raised the bar as a council delegate almost every year since 2017. Our district, PTAs, and council are lucky to have such a kind, hardworking, and dedicated person in her, and we are grateful. She has been a steadfast, committed PTA member longer than most of us. Over the years, she has served as a unit president, a council delegate, a community services chair, a recording secretary, a book fair chair, and almost certainly several other roles that none of us know or can remember. She's been actively involved in each Westlake unit, from early childhood to WHS to council, and she's brought her experience and institutional knowledge to each of her many roles and projects. She is kind, welcoming, organized, and effective as a leader. She keeps the best interest of all students at the heart of her work, and she is always open to collaborating. She truly embodies the ideals of PTA.
And in my nomination, I stated, she's been a dedicated and impactful member of the PTA for many years, serving in numerous leadership roles at both the unit and council levels. Her PTA journey began with early childhood PTA, where she eventually served as the PTA unit president. When the community schools merged in 2019, her leadership became even more vital. As the West PTA Community Service Co-Chair, she established the unit's foundation for the highly successful Westlake Council PTA food toiletry drive. She also spearheaded impactful community partnership programs like Bingo Night and Art with Heart, which connects West students with local community groups through creative projects. She also championed the Books Like Me campaign, an initiative providing diverse books to children served by the Kids Book Bank throughout Greater Cleveland. Many of these programs continue to thrive at West thanks to her vision and dedication. During the challenging times of COVID, she supported the West online book fair and ensured a smooth transition back to in-person events afterward. She has sat on multiple units nominating committees to help strengthen leadership year after year. Her commitment to the council is equally impressive. She has served as the skating party chair for 3 years and acted as a council delegate for both West and Des. She has served currently as the council secretary. Beyond these formal roles, she consistently goes above and beyond, readily volunteering her time and resources. Her name is synonymous with countless signups, demonstrating her unwavering support for every initiative. She's an amazing leader, friend, parent, volunteer, thoughtful, engaged, organized, and reflective. Though she shies away from recognition, her dedication as a PTA leader has profoundly benefited the children and youth of our community. Her tireless efforts and significant contributions make her an exceptional candidate for the Ohio PTA Achievement Award, an honor she richly deserves. We are thrilled to announce the Westlake Council of PTA's Ohio Achievement Award winner goes to Sarah Tenorio.
She says thank you. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Sarah was the Westlake Early Childhood PTA president when I kind of first got involved, so I've known her for many a year, and everything that was said is absolutely so perfect. So, congratulations. All right, and now Brad Lamb, member of the Westlake Board of Education, will now come up to the fancy, fancy stage to say a few words. Oh yeah, we need music.
For future reference, I prefer Sweet Caroline, but it's my daughter's name. Yes, that's how she got it. So, all right, let me throw my glasses on here real quick. Thank you for the opportunity to speak this evening. I'm Brad Lamb, Westlake class of 1993, and I just had a flashback when I heard Holly Lane Elementary School. I'm here this evening on behalf of the Westlake Board of Education, including President Joe Kraft, Vice President Liz Piernot, Barb Lazinski, and John Finucane. Vice President Liz Piernot, and that's how I have to refer to her every time, she told me that, is unable to be here this evening. She was going to be the speaker. She had a passing in her family, so let's keep her in our thoughts and our prayers, her and her family. So on a personal note, having served on boards of education at both the local and the state level, I'll tell you what, not only am I lucky, but we're lucky here in Westlake to have the board members that we have. It is such a pleasure and an honor to serve and work with them to help really better our students. In preparing for this, I watched several of the past Founders Day dinners dating back to when this dinner was held at Wagner's Inn. Thank you to WHBS for preserving a rich history of your dedication to Westlake City Schools. Now, Liz told me, make sure your speech is long, at least 10 minutes. They're going to be disappointed if it's not. However, having watched the past presentations, I can promise you that I will not be that long-winded, having watched President Joe Graff speak. I'm just kidding, Joe. So prior to every board meeting, we receive a copy of our meeting agenda. And as I read through it and prepare for the meeting, I always seem to pause and reread one thing several times. It's our mission statement for Westlake City Schools, and that is that we educate for excellence, empowering all students to achieve their educational goals, to direct their lives, and to contribute to society. I get chills every time I read or hear it at our meetings. This because it reminds me of all that goes in to helping keep our schools running on a daily basis, both in and outside of the classroom. Without dedicated parents, teachers, volunteering and working, we would not be able to celebrate all of the great successes that we have here in Westlake City Schools. It is those of you that are here this evening that dedicate your time and your energy to Westlake City Schools to help empower all of our students to achieve, to direct, and to contribute. And for that, I, along with the Westlake Board of Education, are forever grateful. So thank you very much for all that you do. So on behalf of Westlake City Schools, so on behalf of Westlake Board of Education, thank you PTA for all that you do, both in and out of the classroom. It is greatly appreciated. Again, thank you for the opportunity to speak, and I congratulations to the co-chairs for this wonderful evening, and also congratulations to everyone being recognized this evening. So thank you very much.
And thank you, Brad. I love some Sweet Caroline. That was good. Okay, and now it's on to our district-wide awards for this evening. So this is a very important award. It is called the T in PTA, and it, out of everybody, all the PTAs, the entire district, it's awarded to one outstanding educator. It's a big one. And we have a big couple of people coming up to present for it. So please welcome Lauren Larkin and Lindsay Anderson to the magical stage.
All right. This teacher is so deserving of this award. She is all the things you'd say to describe a great educator and so much more. Passionate and dedicated, full of knowledge, but also inspires a love of learning in her students. She fosters a positive classroom environment through effective communication, empathy, adaptability, and a deep understanding of their emotions, all while tailoring her teaching methods to cater to diverse learning styles and individual needs. This ultimately empowers her students to reach their full potential. And this is all in the first grade. First grade, here it comes. First grade is a very unique year, adjusting to a full day for most students and for the teachers, balancing the identification of each individual's learning styles and needs. I've had the pleasure of having two of my kids have this amazing teacher. Emotional night, guys, okay? Both of my kids have very different personalities. Both share the exact same feelings of admiration towards her. I've been a very active volunteer in her classroom over the years for field trips and math centers, which I've had to avoid this month because I didn't want to see her, and classroom parties. I've seen her very pregnant handle a classroom with ease. I've seen her take on disruptions and meltdowns with a cool, calm hand, which we know can't always be easy. I've witnessed her lead a classroom filled with some students with complex needs flow smoothly with students accepting each other for all of their differences. I've seen past students beg to be her mail sorters during lunch so they can have a little more time with her. I've seen my own little boy who felt like he just wasn't good at being good at school hit his academic milestones and then some, with a few days here and there with some notes that say, "Keep your hands to yourself, Sean." When her name comes up in conversation with parents, it's always the same sentiments. Either you're so happy your kiddo had her, or you're hoping your kiddo gets her.
The first few years of elementary school mold our kids for their academic and social futures. I know I sure am lucky that some of mine got to have this incredible teacher in their start. I know their futures are brighter because they had Mrs. Kindle.
I have to go second? Unfair. And I should have made the print bigger. Okay. It is truly an honor to be here tonight to celebrate and recognize a teacher who embodies dedication and unwavering commitment to her students. A teacher who's incredibly patient, kind, empathetic, and truly invested in the lives of her students and their families. A teacher who goes above and beyond for her students each and every day. She makes an impact that goes far beyond their year in first grade, and that doesn't go unnoticed. This teacher doesn't come to school each day to just teach. She goes far above to ensure students develop a love of learning. This teacher makes such an impact that her students remember their first grade years well into their school careers and beyond. They remember the constant encouragement and belief she had in all of them. They remember the fun and exciting classroom community she fosters through her enthusiasm and passion for teaching. They remember her impressive hula hoop skills, her dance moves, and that she never misses an opportunity to dress for a school theme. They remember the red carpet she rolls out to celebrate their achievements and to brag about them crushing their goals. They remember when she went to watch them play soccer or football on a Saturday morning with her own kids. They remember that her classroom was a safe place for all children, no matter what their ability was. They remember the way she made them feel valued and loved and listened to. From the very beginning of our co-teaching journey, I knew she was someone special. She has the ability to turn even the most challenging days, and we've really experienced them, into moments of growth. She'll truly try anything if it makes a difference for her students. Beyond being an exceptional teacher, she truly is the best friend. She's loyal and supportive and is there in the most difficult times. She's an asset to her team and is highly respected among her colleagues. As an active member of the school leadership team, she works tirelessly to make our school a better place. She's always the first to volunteer, even when she already knows her plate is full. She brings so much fun and spirit to our school. Her friendship and kindness to her colleagues is deeply valued. You are a true gift to your students, Brooke. You are an inspiration to so many people in this room. Your hard work and dedication to our school is unmatched. There's no teacher more deserving of this than you. Congratulations, Brooke Kindle.
Probably not a dry eye in this place right now. I mean, that was amazing, Lauren and Lindsay, and then congratulations, Brooke. Wow, okay. So this is the final award of the evening, and this is going to be Lori Joliffe presenting the Helping Hands Award. This is, again, one of those district awards where you can only have one, and you know, it's one of those really, really special awards. Tonight I'll say a few words afterwards as well in our closing remarks, but for now, it is Lori Joliffe.
I should have made my print bigger too. Hi, I'm Lori Jolliffe, and I have the privilege of standing up here to pretend to give an award, the Helping Hands Award, to someone who is really awesome and deserving, Lauren Backus. Lauren has held many positions throughout her years in PTA, and we are very grateful for her commitment and her help over the last 15, 17 years. It's been a long time, and Lauren's been involved, every single one. However, Mr. Goggin will appreciate that this is a decoy. I'm deceiving you. It's all a lie. I'm going to now ask Kelly McCann and Mary Macias to come up here and present this year's actual Helping Hand Award.
How do we present the 2025 Helping Hand Award to someone who has time and again done some of the most memorable Founders Day presentations? She is so involved, including being on this year's Founders Day committee, that there had to be a decoy winner, and we are hoping that we successfully pulled that off and are surprising her now.
We would like to thank Lauren Backus for being the decoy and for her years of service in many capacities for Westlake PTA. Even her daughter, Lena, is here to help us, and we're so thankful. And Lauren has done so much for us over the years, so thank you, Lauren. Yes.
The actual winner has been a very active member of PTA for decades and is probably known by everyone in this room. She is so humble and probably thinks she should not be receiving this award, but we literally could not be the successful PTA units we are today without her hard work and dedication.
Jessica Kim. Jessica Kim is the definition of a helping hand. You're going to come up here in a second, Jess. With 4 children that have gone through Westlake City Schools starting at Bassett Elementary, Jessica is known by many parents, staff, and administration because of her eagerness to help and her commitment to our schools and families. Jess is always welcoming to others at meetings, encourages involvement by all, and is always ready to volunteer whenever help is needed.
To help us celebrate Jessica tonight and give her all the recognition she deserves, we called on some of our favorite performers to help us out.
You got a friend in Jess. Mrs. Kim is the best. Whenever you need a helping hand, there isn't anything she wouldn't do for you. Yeah, you've got a friend in Jess.
And because she is a friend to all, we feel she should be treated as royalty and present her with this sash and tiara. Jess, please come up here.
We want to say thank We want to say thank you to Amber McCloney for making the sash. While we're nervous to attempt to fill, let's see, there's a lot happening here. While we're nervous to attempt to list all the PTA committees that Jess has chaired over the last 22 years in PTA, she's trying to get away. Over the last 22 years, we looked back at the past PTA rosters and found that she has chaired all of the following committees over the years: fundraising, directory, inquiry day, spirit wear,
Membership, Founders Day, Market Day, staff grants,
Community Service, 4th grade committee, room parent coordinator, young authors,
council delegate, health and safety, and social hospitality. What a list. She has even chaired 8 of these at one time. This doesn't even count all the other committees she volunteered to help with. This year, Jess holds the positions of fundraising and membership for council, social hospitality and staff grants for high school, and council delegate and Founders Day for middle school.
Jessica is such a valuable asset, especially as the integral part of fundraising for several Westlake PTA units for years. She has built a great relationship with deans through many fundraisers at council. Jess has helped to support countless other fundraisers, including skating parties, ski club meals, and every week during ski club, she's at the schools in the cold, helping to make sure the kids receive their meals from McAllister's Deli.
In addition to her PTA involvement, Jessica also holds the important role of fundraising for Westlake Music Boosters, coordinating routine fundraisers and helping music directors organize new fundraisers they brainstorm each year. Jessica also has taken on the role of coordinating business sponsorships for the high school Demon Drama Club musicals and the WHS PTSA Green and White Review. Jessica has raised a great amount of money over the years for both PTAs and supporting organizations. The funds she has raised are vital to the events and programs in Westlake.
Of course, such a loyal and royal PTA queen needs flowers from deans. While Westlake PTA units benefit from all of Jessica's hard work, Jess is so much more. She is a kind, thoughtful friend to many of us. She is an active member of her church, volunteering in various ways. Jess is a loving daughter who is always visiting and taking care of her parents, taking them to medical appointments, and sometimes even making... That's from deans. Jess even drives to see her parents to take care of them, sometimes 3 hours a day, making the half-an-hour trip 3 times a day. On top of all this, she manages her home with her husband and busy children's schedules, including 2 children who are out of state for college and grad school.
Jessica Kim definitely puts the we in Westlake. We are incredibly fortunate to have her in Westlake, and we celebrate her. Jessica is always there with a smile and an eagerness to help. As someone pointed out, most of us have never known PTA without Jessica.
We have relied on her help and knowledge more often than we. Jess is one of the people who always helps others feel like they can take on a job, knowing that she will be there to help. If you're fortunate enough to know her, you know that she's a truly dependable person, and she's an incredibly kind and caring woman. She's a productive PTA member, but so much more. A loving wife, an involved parent, a devoted daughter, a neighbor, a kind neighbor, a friend to everyone, and I'm very thankful for her friendship as well.
The fact that Jessica has been contributing at such a high level for such a long time, to us, she is the absolute epitome of what we would look for in the Helping Hands Award recipient. We are so happy to recognize Jessica for her years of involvement to better our schools and our city. Please join us in giving this Royal Helping Hand recipient a round of applause.
I really hate this, and you guys know that I don't mind being up here normally, but I really mind being up here right now. You're so much trouble, and I can't believe you made Lena come out. And so you, and you, like I was back there crying with your mom, and and
like some of my favorite people in this world sitting over at that table. Do you guys know that Mrs. Medved, Miss Romp, I hate to call her Miss Romp, they're here. So, and I can't believe, where did Trish go now? Oh, she's right there. So PTA sometimes gets a bad rap, right? And sometimes, you know, Harper Valley PTA, whatever, and we know that that goes on. Some of that happens. But when I got pregnant with my first child, I didn't have anybody. I didn't have family. I didn't have anybody who had friends, like who were pregnant. I didn't have any friends because I was working. And 22 years ago, I went and sat down with a newborn. And those two women over there, Trish Lesjak and Wendy Kazmarsik, let me tag along with them while they had toddlers, and I just hung out, bringing a newborn along. And I thank you for that forever, and I'm still friends with them and consider them sisters to this day. Yeah. I look at like Delicio Strowski, and I have amazing godchildren and a beautiful family, and Lauren Backus. I truly thank all of you, but I really, you're right, I don't deserve this. I'm not a Susan Hunter who is like sitting in the middle of the ocean commanding a fleet calling into a PTA meeting. Like, can we, yes. I'm not a Delicia, I'm not a Lauren Backus and Lori Jolliffe. Like, come on, you show up for this. Like, those teachers over there, I am honored to have been a part of your lives. You've made me a better parent. Mrs. Morris, there she is, like I was like, what in the world happened in that classroom was amazing to watch. Mrs. Medved, who doesn't want a Mrs. Medved? And Mr. No. And I remember there were a few rough years, and Mr. Wilson, I feel like I grew up with you, and like, no, but you asked us a couple times to take on something, and Susie Kawaja has become one of my dearest friends because of going through that. I truly am humbled by all of you, Mrs. Patriarch, too. Like, I mean, Mr. Fuda, like, we have amazing teachers and amazing parents here. So even though the PTA might get a bad rap sometimes, each and every one of you makes a difference for these kids. And anything that I do in this life is because of 4 children, and 2 of them right there. And anything that I'm allowed to do is because of a husband who supports me in everything and might go, so you're making me leave my paying job so you can go volunteer, but he still does it. So thank you, Jim. Please support, oh, Mr. Major's here too, amazing teacher. Amazing high school teacher. Don't forget about your high school teacher. And support deans, because I'm going to go ahead while I have the floor to tell you guys, I want you to know how much some of these community members do for us. Deans, we can call them anytime and say, hey, we forgot that we're having our winter concerts. When are you having them? In 4 hours. And they come and they show up and they bring everything. And do you know that they take those flowers back over the weekend to water them and replace anything that is dying? They do so much for us, so support them greatly. McAllister's Deli, the ski club, let me just tell you, if you can find a restaurant that I have the right to go ahead, Aaron Kohler, who stands by with me, I have the right to go ahead and call them until 11 a.m. and tell them for 100 meals I'm going to cancel on you, and they don't charge us. McAllister's in North Olmsted. Go see the play April 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, because I can't believe you made your child come.
This looks like real money, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think I'm gonna put it good. Huh. Anyway, wow, it's really tough to come up here after that, but what a great turn of events and what another just amazing evening of awards and presentations for everything. So congratulations to Jessica, and woo! I have to tell a quick little story about her though before our official closing remarks. Yeah, it's the dumpster one. So I know she's gonna hopefully be out of here before I tell it, but when I was president back at Bassett, we had the Young Authors Program, and unfortunately, somehow in the mix, the books that the children actually created got misplaced and possibly thrown out. So Jessica was so upset. I remember her calling me, and then she's like, Jen, I went in the dumpsters. I tried to find it. I really did. And I said, Jess, it's okay. I know, you know, she cares that much about the kids, knows how much hard work they put into those books, and felt so bad about it. And it, you know, she went dumpster diving. Not gonna lie, that was above and beyond. But she would be very, I don't know, like, I can't believe you told that story, but I'm never gonna forget that. She's been one of the most unbelievably kind people I've ever worked with in any of the years that I've been in the PTAs, and I wish I could have been up here too to give a speech about her, but I'll just end with that. Okay, so now, what we really want to talk about is another plug before we end the night is Dollars for Scholars. Okay, Friday, March 21st, Dollars for Scholars. It's presented by the Westlake Council of PTAs. It's a very high-energy basketball game where the Westlake High School seniors take on staff from schools all across the district. Yeah. Yeah. We've got some Dollars for Scholars committee members here tonight. So now the thing is, it's a $5 a ticket for ages 2 and up. So if you want to bring the littles under 2, they're free. But $5 a ticket. Doors open at 6 p.m. and the basketball game starts at 7:30. Again, it's Friday, March 21st. Put it on your calendars. Join for fun activities and games for kids like a shoot-a-thon and then a $1,000 raffle and some baskets and things like that. So there's something to do for everyone. All right, now we're playing a little bit of music for my co-host here. This is one of her favorite songs, and I have to say, Tina has been one of the most amazing people to work with. You know, she needs a round of applause. So, as we've gone through the planning process and everything, I mean, Tina has just been so eager to help and just takes things and does them. She helped plan the entirety of the menu for tonight's wonderful dinner and everything like that. So I just want to say thank you so much, Tina, because I know that it's an event to put together, and she stepped up and did a really, really great job. And now I'll let her say a few words, but not about me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. And I don't even know how to turn a computer on. So I would really like to thank Jen because she did a lot of the technological stuff with the computer. So I'm good at blowing up balloons and, you know, like making phone calls, but Jen did a lot, so.
We work together so well. I hope I can do this with her again someday. That would be amazing.
Yes. Yes, and thank you. And thank you to all of our committee, our Founders Day committee, I mean, beyond amazing. Our Real Housewives of Founders Day group text, I mean, just our walkies, I mean, just everybody's been fantastic. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so as we conclude our Founders Day celebration, we would like to seriously congratulate each of our winners. I mean, like every single person in this room is a winner, but all of the people that were able to come up here. I mean, it's unbelievable the amount of work that people volunteer with their busy jobs, busy lives, busy families. It's really, really beautiful, and everyone here should be like, you know, loving themselves, like pat yourself all over the place. Okay. Thank you for your involvement in our schools and our commitment to the students of Westlake. We would also like to acknowledge the center and Mo, wherever you are, Mo. Woo! They really, really, really like rolled out the red carpet for us. Champagne ballroom, you know, they really, really hooked it up. All the food was amazing. And we're thank you, the center. We're greatly, greatly appreciative. Charlie Reynolds.
He's out taking pictures.
Charlie Reynolds is out taking pictures. Thank you for that. Daria Scott. Thank you, Daria, from Westlake High School BS for recording the event. Jessica Parker, Ryan Parker, thank you so much for sponsoring the delicious dessert station by Top Tier Bakery. We really appreciate that. The phenomenal Lauren Larkin for putting together the floral bouquets that each winner got, and the Council of PTAs for sponsoring those flowers. And if you look on your table, each table has a beautiful centerpiece that was designed by the phenomenal Lauren Larkin. Now this is the really magical part of the night. Every single table, under one of the chairs, there's a little W. And whoever has the W under the, no throwing the chairs. I know, like, I know we're excited, but you know, if you have a W under your chair, you get to keep your floral arrangement and cherish that for the rest of your life. You get to even keep the vase or the mason jar. You can put some juice in there or something. I mean, reduce, reuse, recycle, people. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Woo! And tonight would not be as magical as it truly was without the musical entertainment of DJ Greg Bell. If you guys are looking for something to do tomorrow night, you are gonna go to the Flats. DJ Greg, where are we at? What's it called? Legends? Legends?
It's a brand new nightclub. Actually, it opens Saturday, but tomorrow night, walk in, say these three magical words. I'm with the DJ, and you can get in.
Okay. All right, anybody want to go to the Flats, let me know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All righty, and then, last but not least, I just want to say to every single person sitting here in this room, thank you for putting the we in Westlake! Okay, last thing, I promise. If you won an award tonight, you have to go out to the lobby to get your photo taken. Thank you.